Every team has a mission. And the true innovators aspire to change the world.
Our mission is to help people to become confident speakers, readers, and writers in the language of their choice.
Spotify's mission is to provide music for everyone and make it accessible and affordable and legal.
Our mission is to build great products for our airline customers so that they can create an awesome experience for their passengers.
But there are no blueprints for success. The way each team achieves their mission is unique.
It's incredibly important for us to have a platform that's extensible, to be able to manipulate and extend our product use for different types of customers. And in this case, it would be our development team, our product team, our business team, our legal team, our HR team.
We have core needs that core Jira Software, and Confluence offers, but we have specific needs. Many teams have very specific needs.
That's where the Atlassian ecosystem comes in. You are helping millions of people get to solutions faster, so they can focus on achieving their mission.
Each team has very, very different needs, and so you could just use Jira out of the box, but the fact that we can extend it, the fact that we can add stuff to it, and the fact that we can write against this API really allows my team to get exactly what they need out of their development process.
I think it's really about the teams as well at Spotify that have different needs. They turn to the marketplace themselves.
It's our mission at Atlassian to unleash the potential in every team. Together with you, our developer community, we are making that a reality.
With Atlassian and its ecosystem, we can build faster, we can work smarter, and we can deliver better services to our customers.
Atlassian and its marketplace really helped Twilio streamline its workflows at a global scale.
The Atlassian ecosystem has let us focus on what matters, and that's making music accessible to the world.
It's been thrilling to watch the ecosystem grow from its humble beginnings to the vibrant and thriving community that it is today. A huge thank you for helping our well over 50,000 customers and countless teams around the world team up and create what's next.
Ladies and gentlemen, bienvenidos a AtlasCamp. Now please welcome to the stage Atlassian's new CTO, Sri Viswanath.
Hola. More energy, please. Hola. I'm super excited to be here at AtlasCamp in this beautiful Barcelona. We have over 500 attendees, and this is the largest AtlasCamp yet. In fact, more than 1/3 of you are here for the very first time, including me. If you have attended AtlasCamp more than 5 times, can you please stand up? More than 5 times? All right. Welcome. First, I want to thank each and every one of you to be part of this amazing community. Atlassian wouldn't be Atlassian without all of you. Without you, we wouldn't be a team. So thank you. We have an exciting packed 2 days. I am so looking forward to being here for the very first time, and I hope you all have a great time. I've been in Atlassian for the last 4 months, and it's been an awesome journey. Great company, great culture, no bullshit. I've loved the last 4 months. The best part of being at Atlassian is that I get my own meeple. Look at the blue hair. My daughter loves my blue hair. I like it. I've been in Silicon Valley for the last 20 years. I've worked in large companies like Sun Microsystems and VMware, where we had large developer communities. I worked at small companies, Ning. And last 3 years, I spent at Groupon, where we ran at high scale, 47 countries, 1,700 people in my organization. We went from mobile from 30% to 70% traffic and transactions of $7 billion. All these experience in large companies, small company, enterprises, consumer, all led me to being here at Atlassian. I couldn't be more excited to be part of this amazing community. People are doing amazing things around the globe. In fact, in my last 10 years, in every company that I've been, I've used Atlassian products. Every place that I've been. Not just in those companies, thousands of companies around the globe are using Atlassian. Atlassian is at their core. Our mission in Atlassian is to help these teams unleash their potential. Our tools are the foundation for these teams. We allow their crazy ideas to turn into reality. Let's look at some examples. Tesla just got pre-orders for 400,000 vehicles, and they've only shipped 60,000 so far. How are they going to help and ship these? Atlassian is going to help them along the way. Cochlear. Cochlear helps hearing impaired, like this dad talking to her daughter for the very first time and listening her voice. They have only reached 0.1%. They need to work smarter to reach everybody that needs help. Atlassian is going to help them. Even before Matt Damon went to Mars, NASA did. That was a super complex project. And for every milestone along the way, Atlassian products help them collaborate. One thing that's common across all these different companies is that Atlassian is at their core. And for many of these companies, software has become the main driver for the company's growth. And teams are feeling the pressure. The releases have gone faster, so there's more releases happening. The feedback cycle is much faster. So the teams have more to do with less time. And developers feel the pressure. Like, you all do. Like, one approach is, of course, that you work harder. Do you want to be working harder, spending all night just to keep up? Do you want to spend all night just to stay alive? I don't think so. Working harder is not the solution. I believe companies need to work smarter. And that's what Atlassian is going to help them. The teams are depending on us to help them be smarter. So we need to start a revolution. We need to start a revolution so teams can work smarter and help them convert their crazy ideas into reality. So today, we'll talk about the tools that helps teams be smarter and cover server and cloud platforms where you can build to help those teams. Smarter teams need to work from anywhere. These days, people work from offices, home, and of course, when you travel, like here in Barcelona. Smarter teams allow them to connect these areas and have tools that can help them collaborate anywhere. You guys all use Jira, people use Jira to create tasks, report problems, capture new ideas. What if you have to create a new task when you're away from your laptop? Or report problems when you're on the go? Or capture new ideas when you're having lunch with your colleagues? Now we have it. Announcing Jira software for mobile. It's available right now. Let me show you how it works. You can install the app, super easy to create new issues, few steps, click, swipe, and you have the power of the desktop on the mobile. You can join conversation anywhere. You can mention people, does exactly the same thing you would expect. You can track important Jiras. You have a feed of what's relevant for you. The power of Jira that was on the desktop is now available on your mobile app. That's on Jira and issues. How about if you have a content, meeting requirements, notes? You guessed it. We also have Confluence mobile app. Let me show you how it works. Let's say somebody is working on a requirements document and mentions your name, Jose. You get a notification on your mobile app. You go straight into your notifications tab where you keep a list of all notifications relevant for you. You can open up the requirements document, read through it. You can add comments, mention people that it notifies the right set of people. If you don't have time, you can save it for later. You can like comments, you can like the posts. You can share it with people. We have both Jira and Confluence app available right now in our mobile app for iOS. Android is coming very soon. Download it, give us feedback. We have significant investments in mobile right now. We have a huge team working on it. We expect to release features through the year and make improvements. Smarter teams also need to work together. They need to collaborate with multiple people. Have you seen in Confluence this message when multiple people are editing that you get where it says your changes will be merged? As a developer, I find it unnerving that there's always conflicts and wonder what happens. Not anymore. We have collaborative editing in Confluence right now in beta. Let's see how it works. Multiple people joining the same page. They can all edit at the same time. You can even attach files that everybody can see simultaneously. You can use the powerful constructs in Confluence. And ta-da! It's available right now in beta. It's based on super hard technology. We took a while before we worked out the kinks. You can try it out, opt in, and give us feedback. Now, we are also working on making our products simpler. And one area where we have made significant progress is Bitbucket. To help give us more insights on what's happening in Bitbucket, let me invite product manager, product lead of software tools, Jens Schumacher.
Thanks, Sri. So we're talking about getting teams to work smarter. So we have a developer, designer, product manager, QA people. They all have to work together. And the problem is they don't work so well together. They usually don't even sit in the same office. They don't use the same tools. So if the designer needs to check out a new design that has been deployed somewhere in a branch, they don't really know where it is. Now, you see those walls. The Germans in the room will know that walls are really bad for collaboration. So we need to break those down. Thank you. Yep. So we need to break those down if we really want to achieve continuous delivery. The problem is continuous delivery is not easy to do. A lot of people struggle setting it up to start with, setting up a build server, setting up the build agent, setting up the deployment environment. The developer experience is quite poor as well. You have a lot of different tools that you have to work with. the build fails, then you have to go and check where the source code actually, where the test actually failed in the source code, and you have to jump between all the different tools. And lastly, the feedback loop is pretty slow. I mentioned the designer not being able to find the changes on a branch, or the developer, they get the notification, but they get it in email, and they don't really check the emails all that much. Ideally, they're coding, so they want the notifications right where they work. So Shri asked for a revolution, and we took a step back and thought about what does it look like if we take continuous integration and continuous deployment and delivery and put it right in Bitbucket. And this is what we're announcing today with Bitbucket pipelines. So, well, you haven't seen it yet. Hold on a second. So first of all, what Bitbucket pipelines gives you is one tool, one platform. You don't have to manage a separate tool, set up a separate tool, set up different user bases, permissions. Your development team has access to the code and the delivery as well. You have a fast feedback loop, so changes, the test results are visible in branches, in commits, in pull requests. So when you want to merge your changes, you know exactly whether they passed all the different stages and where a particular commit is actually deployed. And you get configuration as code, unlike in other tools where the configuration is separate in the tool itself. With Bitbucket pipelines, we store the configuration as part of your source code. So it means that your configuration is versioned with your source code as well. So if you need to make a change for a branch, or if you need to go back and deploy an older commit from history, you can easily do that. And lastly, ecosystem integrations. A deployment tool or continuous delivery tool is nothing without a good integration with testing tools and deployment tools. And I'm going to talk about those in a second. But since you're so keen, do you want to see it? All right, let's take a look.
Continuous delivery is critical for teams that are looking for fast feedback and deploying with confidence, but often it's too complex to set up, hard to scale, and difficult to adopt. But today, with Bitbucket pipelines, there's no CI server or user management to set up, or repositories to synchronize. Enable it in a click and start building. It's also easy for developers to configure as it's managed as code. Pipelines will build your repository and give you feedback on every change. Builds are kicked off immediately with their results showing up everywhere, on branches, commits, and pull requests. A glance on a pull request and you'll know if it's ready to be reviewed, merged, or if it needs more work. No need to leave Bitbucket to investigate a broken build. The command that failed is automatically expanded to show you what went wrong. Pipelines keeps you in context so you can easily jump back to the changes that broke the build. Bitbucket pipelines empowers teams to accelerate their releases. Focus on the work you love.
Thanks. So also thanks to all the partners who worked with us over the last couple of months to build integrations with really popular testing tools, deployment tools, and path providers to bring Bitbucket pipelines to life. Now, Bitbucket pipelines is available in beta today, and you can go home and try it out. Make sure you make it to the party tonight, though. It's a bit addictive. Now, before I leave the stage, there's one more thing to mention. So when we built Bitbucket pipelines, we thought about, oh, should we just build it into Bitbucket, or should we build a new service? But we decided the best way to build it is the same way we tell you to build things, on top of Atlassian Connect. So Bitbucket pipelines is a Connect add-on for Bitbucket that is really tightly integrated with the tool. So that means that you can build something very, very similar, a really, really awesome integration with Bitbucket yourself as well. And we improved the Connect framework in order to gain performance and build better integration points as part of this. So I hope you go away as well after this conference, look at Bitbucket pipelines, and take a look and think about what you can build for Bitbucket as well. Thank you.
Thanks. One of the things that I'm excited about is that it's built on Connect. And what I'm telling my teams is to build new feature set in the same mode so that the APIs are more robust that's available for all of you to build similar set of features. To recap, we talked about work from anywhere, so Jira and Confluence app for mobile. Work together with collaborative editing in Confluence. And work simpler with breaking down the walls with Bitbucket pipelines. Now, teams plan and discuss work together. But teams are different. There are different kinds of teams: enterprise teams, small teams, large teams. And there are different industries like bank and insurance and social media. Their needs are very different. That's why we have two different offerings, one on the server and one on the cloud. And more important for all of you is that we have two amazing platforms for customizing. We have Plugins 2 on the server. Plugins 2 is stable, mature, and available. Huge ecosystem. You guys have all worked on it. Connect is new and emerging. Lots of investment in there. So we've talked about a lot on Connect in the last couple of years. Let me spend some minutes on the server plugins. Server is still growing. It's a huge investment for us. You guys have all invested your time and years on it. In fact, enterprise grew 3x last year. Right? It's the fastest growing, data center is the fastest growing segment for us. What it allows you is a huge opportunity in the top end Fortune 500 companies. They all use add-ons and plugins. Companies like Audi and companies that have higher security requirements like US Defense, Department of Defense, and many others. And most importantly, all these companies use number of plugins that you build. So huge thumbs up for all of you for making this a huge success. So the server plugin ecosystem, the plugin mechanism is mature, stable. We don't have plans to make significant new extension points, but we are working to make sure that it's easier for you to develop in there. So we have built some automation tools, deployment tools, and that can help you reload faster and diagnose faster. And we'll continue to do that. If you're interested, check out the tracks tomorrow. Now, let's look at the cloud platform. We are making significant investments in cloud in a big way. And let me show you. Here are some of the enhancements that we have done recently. Right now, you can get a free developer instance, few clicks, and you have an instance. It gives you the latest that's available. Like, you don't have to download SDKs. You don't have to maintain it. It's available. In fact, one of the things that we plan to do is to have dark features that you can enable on your instance that you can build for the future, right, on the upcoming feature set. Super cool. We also support a number of development frameworks. You can pick your favorite language and framework to build on. We are working on Spring support. It's almost there. It's coming. We just updated the Node.js Express application. Can do faster reload, and it automatically registers with the add-on. That's smart. We also have a number of community-supported frameworks. We recently added Python in there. So pick your framework. Start, if you haven't been developing, start developing today. Another big announcement. Super excited to announce that we are joining Open API initiative. What it means is that The goal for Open API Initiative is to build better APIs, better documentation. So what you can expect is, we already have some of the products using it, Bitbucket, Marketplace. We'll have all of our products adhering to Open API initiatives. That'll mean consistent documentation that you can all use. In fact, if you are developing APIs, I encourage you to check it out. As part of this joining, we had implemented our own implementation called Radar, and we are also open sourcing Radar along with joining Open API Initiative. So I'm super excited. It's not just the add-ons and the framework in the cloud side that we're investing. We are investing significantly in cloud. In fact, as our CEO says, this is the largest investment we have ever made on the cloud side. We're retooling the entire infrastructure to be able to take it to the next level. Over 500 people in the company working towards it. We want to smash through the 2,000 people barrier that we have for companies. We want to make sure that it's enterprise class, much better than where we are. This year alone, we'll spend more than 500,000 hours on it. We're also improving how we work so that we can move faster. Our deployments take around 24 hours to go through the system. We are going to change it to be in minutes. What it means to all of you is that we'll develop at high speed. We are going to bring feature set at a faster pace than ever before. We'll make sure that we are at the leading edge of what we build. And that's how we'll help companies like NASA and Cochlear and Tesla. Now, we talked about development of APIs and add-ons and feature set, but there's another important aspect to being in this space. That's the marketplace. Right? Marketing our products, your products, is critical for us. It's super important. So to tell you more, let me invite our head of ecosystem marketing, Paul Friesen, to come up on stage.
Thanks, Sri. It's great to be here with all of you in beautiful Barcelona. It's amazing to see how far our marketplace has come in only a few years. I joined Atlassian a year and a half ago. In that time, I've seen the number of add-ons grow, the number of vendors grow, our marketplace team grow, and most importantly, the customer adoption of all of your add-ons grow. Back in 2012, when we launched the marketplace, we had really big plans, but we had no idea how quickly it would happen. In just the last year, the marketplace has grown 75%. We now have seen millions of installs through the marketplace. And I'm pleased to announce we've now paid over $120 million to all of you. And this is just the beginning. I believe the marketplace is going to get much bigger. We can grow to 500 million and beyond. But the question is, where will that growth come from? The cloud is going to fuel that growth. As Mike mentioned at last AtlasCamp, the number of cloud customers has now surpassed server. At this current growth rate, by 2018, we could have twice as many customers in cloud. Over the last few weeks, I reached out to some of you to hear how your cloud business is going. This is what you said. Raymond from EasyBI shared that they're now experimenting faster and delivering new features that they know their customers use. Katarzyna from Spartez explained they now have all their major add-ons built for cloud, and they see their cloud license growth surpassing server. And Alan from Hindsight shared that since they've adopted the cloud business model, they've actually seen their margins increase. and are getting a quicker ROI on new features. And these 3 companies are not the only ones that have been busy building for the cloud. You've all been really busy. In fact, over the last year, you've more than tripled the number of Connect add-ons in the marketplace. Nice job. Now, when we compare the number of cloud to server add-ons in the marketplace, you can see there's still a huge opportunity. The difference is more than 1,000 add-ons. And each of these add-ons potentially represents a customer need. So now is the perfect time to expand into the cloud, get established, and ride the growth wave. To help you sell more in the cloud, we've been doing some big investments in the marketplace. We're improving the way you can manage your business and finding new ways to improve discovery of your add-ons. Recently, we launched a new business dashboard. With this dashboard, you can see things like churn and other SaaS metrics. You can also segment your business by server and cloud. This quarter, we'll be launching Atlassian Verified for Cloud, extending the same badge of trust that our customers love with server. We've also started experimenting with recommendations right inside cloud products. Soon we'll be delivering a performance dashboard so you can see how well your Connect add-ons are running. We're also working on an amazing new storefront for the marketplace. It includes curated add-on collections, user personalization, and near-instant search results. I can't wait to see how these investments are going to help all of you sell more in the cloud. The marketplace has come a long way. And we couldn't have made it such a success without all of you, so thank you. Now, before I go, I want to leave you all with a challenge. If everyone in this room built just 2 cloud add-ons before the next AtlasCamp, we would add 1,000 cloud add-ons to the marketplace. And by doing that, we would help thousands of teams around the world work a lot smarter in the cloud. Thanks.
Thanks, Paul. That's super exciting. I can only see how you guys can build big businesses on this in the near future. Just to validate that, let me invite one of our biggest vendors on the marketplace, Zephyr, CEO and co-founder of Zephyr, Samir Shah. Hey, Samir. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Yeah, so you guys have been building on the cloud for the last 2 years. What motivated you to build on the cloud?
We've had a server plugin since day 1 of the marketplace 4 years ago. And since day 1, people have been asking for a cloud version. In fact, we got a lot of 1-star reviews just because we didn't have one. But then when we saw that Atlassian started investing in the cloud infrastructure and the Connect framework came about, it was a no-brainer for us.
That's great. That's great to hear. How has the experience been building on Connect?
Amazing, right? The biggest thing is the flexibility in picking your development environment and your deployment environment, right? So we're allowed to pick whatever we want, build however we want to build it, deploy it wherever we want to. And the best part of Connect is it's marrying the external content with the product itself. So for the user, it's just one beautiful, seamless experience.
That's great to hear. How has the results been? How is it
Results
doing?
have been phenomenal. You saw Paul's chart, right, where that crossover happens. We're seeing that already. So 6 out of 10 customers that we are getting right now are on the cloud. We're getting anywhere from 25 to 30 evals every day. And if you look at these new customers, right, 95% of the cloud customers that we are getting today are all brand new customers, which then tells us there's a huge market out there, helps us expand our market share tremendously.
That's great. So what advice do you have for developers who want to build on Connect?
Get on it fast. I mean, the things that we've learned in all of this is, it boils down to 3 simple things, right? Get the product fit. Make sure it really is the right thing people want, right? And you're already building server add-ons, so you already have that. But spend time on the infrastructure, get it right. And remember, once you build an add-on, you're not done. You've got to run the service. So keep that in mind as you take on this new challenge.
That's awesome. Do you have any other announcements to make?
Well, Paul's pushing us to create more cloud add-ons. So, well, I guess we'll announce 2 new cloud add-ons today.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're building Zappy and we're building for HipChat Connect. So, connect all the way.
I expected a different announcement. Is there something that you're missing?
Oh, well, we raised $31 million to grow on the marketplace. So that's a great party cake.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. Wow, that's impressive. They just got funding, $31 million from Frontier Investment, Frontier Capital, to just build on business on the cloud. So if you have any questions on building business on the cloud, catch Samir in the hallways. So we have taken a look at how we are investing in the cloud and how we are making all the investments to help build the cloud and make it a much better platform. Let's look at the APIs that can help you build better on the cloud. So to do that, let's do it in 3 phases. As you guys know, Atlassian started in the software tools market. Then we went into the adjacent IT market, and then we are targeting all teams. Let's start with the software market. And to do that, let me invite Dave Meyer, product manager on Jira Software, to tell us what he's cooking.
Good morning, everyone. A year ago, right here at AtlasCamp, we announced Jira Software, a new product built on the Jira platform that was 100% dedicated to software teams. And alongside Jira Software, we released an all-new Jira Software API to enable all of you to build add-ons and integrations that connected really closely with the specialized features that we have for software development inside of Jira Software. We started working on the Jira Software API a little before AtlasCamp last year, and I'm proud to announce that it's one thing that we're talking about on stage. It's not in beta, it's not in labs, it's 100% ready to go. And there are already dozens of folks in the audience that are using it in production in their Connect add-ons. The Jira Software API offers a natural interface for you to interact with your add-on with data that's inside of Jira Software, like epics. You can retrieve all the sprints on your board, and you can get and set properties to interact with them, and even create new sprints, all from your add-on. But we also know that an API is not just about the REST resources that you can call, but how you can integrate with the UI of the application itself. So we've added new Atlassian Connect UI modules, plugin points, for you to directly add actions and integrations from your add-on to the Jira Software board and backlog. And finally, you can even rank and estimate issues right from the API. So there are big opportunities in allowing you to introduce new ways to help Jira Software teams manage their backlogs, track their work on the board. And we've already seen some awesome new add-ons built on top of the new Jira Software API. You can play planning poker. You can visualize the progress of an epic. You can even run retrospectives with advanced analytics from your project, all right inside of Jira. That add-on won our Code Guys competition this year. And this new API was a big investment. But we know that getting data in and out of Jira Software, that's only half the battle. The real power of Jira Software is that it's built on the Jira platform. So we've been hard at work making the whole Jira platform easier for you to build Atlassian Connect add-ons that feel really tightly integrated with Jira. And that's why we're also finally introducing support for the #1 most requested feature by Jira Cloud add-on developers, which is custom fields in Atlassian Connect. It's in beta. We're going to be talking about it. I'll be talking about it just a little bit later, and We're really excited to see what you do. We've also been working hard on introducing closer support for Atlassian Connect and JQL with permissions. We've introduced new front-end components like date pickers. And all of this is intended to help you integrate more closely with Jira and take advantage of the built-in features that Jira already has. It means less work for you as a developer and better add-ons for our Jira Software customers. So it's been a huge year for Atlassian Connect and Jira, and we've seen some of our biggest partners make huge investments in Jira Software Cloud. In fact, 3/4 of the top-selling Jira Server add-ons are either already have an Atlassian Connect version or have one in active development, including Tempo and Zephyr, like you just heard, and Script Runner. So we're seeing big investment by our biggest partners to make sure that they're available on the cloud. And it pays off, too. Today, 130,000 people will use an Atlassian Connect add-on inside of Jira Software. That's a huge growth, and we can't wait to see more and more of our cloud customers use Atlassian Connect add-ons. So if you're interested in building for Jira, there's a bunch of great talks coming today. We'll go deep on custom fields. I'll be back on stage in just a little bit, and we really want to get you involved and let you know what we're already hearing from our customers. But before I leave, I want to give you a sneak peek at the latest work we've been doing in Jira Software. And we know that one of the biggest things that software teams do, and all of you do as you're using Jira Software, is track their work on Agile boards. And for a huge portion of those teams, that board is a Kanban board. Developers love Kanban boards because they're simple, there's not a lot of process, it's easy to just get in, track your work, move things across the board, and start the next thing. But Kanban boards can also get really messy. Product managers love Scrum boards because it's easy to prioritize your backlog, to move the work that's really important to the top of the backlog, put it in a sprint, and you know exactly what you're working on. And when you're on a Kanban board, if you just keep adding issues, eventually that to-do column just starts piling up. And the newest work that you just decided to working on, it's down at the bottom of that to-do column, and you have to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to find out what you need to be working on. So it's harder to stay organized. So we've been working really hard to bring together the simplicity of a Kanban board with the organizational capabilities of Scrum boards. And so that's why we're pleased to announce planning in Kanban boards, or as we've been calling it internally, KanPlan. So it's now available in Jira Software Cloud as a Labs feature. And it looks like this, so it's pretty straightforward. You'll have a new selected for development column on your Kanban board. And when you enable Kanban planning, that selected for development column matches up with a Scrum-style backlog. So you've got a simple backlog to prioritize, organize your work. It's exactly the same capabilities that you already have on a Scrum board for ranking and sending issues to the top of the backlog. But instead of sprints, you just have that simple selected for development section, and that'll match up with the to-do column. And that means that product managers, product owners can put the most important work in the selected for development column, and it'll show up, and a developer can come to the board, take the most important issue, and get to work. We're really excited to get this out to all of you, and really, really excited to resolve 881 votes. It's the second highest voted feature for Jira Software. So this is just one example of how we're investing in software development teams with Jira Software. We're really excited to see how all of you take advantage of the Jira Software API to build new add-ons for Jira Software, and I really hope that you enjoy planning in Kanban boards. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dave. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to you guys working on Jira Software API and building cool things. We looked at software space. Now, as we expand to the IT marketplace, there is Jira Service Desk from us. Let me invite the product manager, Shihab Hamid, to come up on stage and tell us what he has in store. Shihab?
Thanks, Rick. Hey guys, as you all know, Atlassian's building tools for the IT teams. And what's really great about this opportunity is that teams in the IT space are actually actively looking to replace their existing clunky ITSM tools for newer, cleaner, and leaner alternatives to try and bring their IT and software development teams closer together. Today, we have over 15,000 teams and counting using Jira Service Desk. It is the fastest growing product in Atlassian's history. Now, Jira Service Desk isn't just for IT. We've got customers using it for customer support, HR, facilities, office administration. Really, any team that's responsible for providing a service can supercharge their operations by using Jira Service Desk. But up until now, we haven't really offered much ability for the ecosystem to extend and customize Jira Service Desk. But that's all about to change. I want to give you a little taste of what we've been doing with the API for Jira Service Desk. Now, first up, we've recently introduced the Jira Service Desk REST API. Now, what this API allows you to do is create and track requests on behalf of customers who are the free end users of Jira Service Desk. Now, using this API, you can do some pretty cool things, like you could create requests through voice prompts or SMS or even native applications. You could power the support section of your product website using Jira Service Desk. You could hook up your application and systems monitoring tools directly to your service teams. And this is just with this API alone. Next up, we're opening up the REST API to get structured information from service-level agreements. SLAs are a key part of Jira Service Desk. It enables teams to measure their performance against times, so things like initial response time, overall resolution time, time to escalation, and so on. Now, you can use these SLA REST APIs to build your own custom reports or generate custom SLA alerts, or even link SLAs back to support contracts that your team needs to uphold. And the next thing I want to talk about is automation. Jira Service Desk ships with an inbuilt automation framework that allows admins to craft rules to help scale up their team. Now, we've recently opened up automation so you can cause actions to occur in remote systems. So when a change request is actually created or gets approved, you can make that change happen using webhooks. And the last thing that I'd like to mention, and the thing that I'm super excited about, is that we're opening up the Jira Service Desk user interface. So add-ons can get their content to appear directly and seamlessly within our UI. So you could do things like build custom queues or totally new reports. And we're also opening up integration points on the customer portal. But rather than go into all the details right now, I want to leave you with a few examples of some of the cool creative things that our vendors have been building on top of Jira Service Desk.
Today, we'll show you how vendors are building add-ons for IT and service teams. Let's dive in with a look at how phone calls can integrate with Jira Service Desk. The same request that a customer fills out on the web can now be entered on the phone through guided voice prompts.
What do you need? I want to hear all about the awesome new stuff at AtlasCamp.
Thank you. We are now processing your request.
The user is placed into a service desk queue. An agent can join an active call or return a call with the push of a button. Call Center for Jira Service Desk, available on the Atlassian Marketplace. Agents sometimes need a customer's background information to solve requests. Introducing Atlas CRM. Atlas CRM makes it easier for agents to resolve tickets. With the click of a button, an agent can see background information on a customer's company and easily dig into past tickets to understand the context of their request. They can then update the customer and close the request. Check out Atlas CRM for Jira Service Desk at the Atlassian Marketplace. Last but not least, Insight Discovery by Rada. Asset management is an important part of any service solution, and Insight Discovery makes it easy to manage assets right from Jira Service Desk. Insight Discovery scans your network to discover all IT assets, giving you full control. All your data is imported automatically. The Asset Detail view gives you specifics on each asset, as well as a list of related Jira issues. The Graphical Explorer shows the dependency and impact analysis for each asset. This powerful integration with Jira Service Desk makes it easy for your customers to report issues with their assets. Try Insight Discovery for free, available now on the Atlassian Marketplace.
So if you guys want to find out more about the API or opportunities in this space, stick around for the first talk of the day in this room, Jira Service Desk, APIs unleashed. Thank you.
Thanks, Shihab. That's infinite opportunities for building businesses in service market for all of you. Now, we also have products that expand into all teams, like Confluence and HipChat. To tell us more on what's in store, let me invite Sharif Mansoor, who is the lead product manager, to come up on stage.
Thanks, Sri. Hello, everyone. I'm here to share with you guys how you can build add-ons for every team. And one tool that loves every team is HipChat. By connecting all the tools that teams use every day to HipChat, we have one place where teams can stay on top of their work, manage unplanned work, and respond to change. And they can remain in their flow this whole time. So I want to show you the kinds of apps you can build on top of HipChat using HipChat's new Connect API. We believe this has transformed the way you build add-ons on top of chat. So let me give you 3 examples about how you can do this. Let's say you're an IT team or a software team and you're deploying software to the cloud. Someone in your room may mention and say, hey, we're ready to deploy. What would you typically do today if you're using something like Puppet? You jump out of the team chat room, run a job, wait for the job to run, copy the logs, come back into the room, and let your team know when the job is done. Let me show you how with HipChat Connect, you can build an app right inside HipChat to do just this. Over here, the team agrees they're going to make a deployment. They kick off a job and run a custom application inside of HipChat to deploy the job. Notifications appear straight back in the room. Details about how the job is running is appearing on the right. And you can get the results of the job and post it back into the room, all without leaving your context. Forget about unreliable / commands. This is how you build apps on top of a chat platform. Let's talk about marketing teams. Marketing teams are often discussing how they can change visual designs and give feedback about images. What would happen in an old world here? Someone would post an image into a room and say, what do you guys think about this? Someone would have to download it, open up Photoshop or something, edit it, save it back to their desktop, and then come back to the room and then paste the results there again. Let me show you how HipChat Connect can again transform this workflow. So someone suggests an image for, let's say, an awesome conference that's coming up. We could use that on our website. And what you can do with HipChat Connect is kick off a custom application right from within HipChat. This is using Adobe's Creative Cloud editor right in HipChat. The team hasn't had to leave their context, jump to another app. We've got actual business logic and a business workflow inside our chat application. This is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Or there are many other teams out there that live in Office. Many of you are probably using Google Docs, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and storing it in things like Google Docs and OneDrive and Box and Dropbox. Let me show you how you can share files easily without leaving the context of your team's room. TopDocs has done a great job of showing us how to do this. Over here, I've got my Dropbox account connected to my HipChat room. I can browse my files. I can search all of my Dropbox files right within the context of HipChat. Once I find the file that I want, I get a full, rich, immersive preview of the file. I can take actions on it at the top, or I can share this file back to my team's room. Again, I haven't had to bounce out, and I'm all within the context of my team. And this is all done with the amazing new power of HipChat Connect. Now, one of the things I love about AtlasCamp is that this time last year, we stood up in front of you and we gave you a vision for how we sell teams working on top of HipChat and how you could unleash the potential of every team using the new platform APIs. And thanks to your work, we've been able to build these amazing apps. And today we're proud to announce HipChat Connect is available today for all of you to build apps like the ones you just saw. So let me take you into the key components of HipChat Connect. There are 4 key things you need to be aware of: cards, actions, glances, and dialogues. Cards are the most simplest way your application can share information in HipChat. You simply give us a JSON blob, and we render a notification card inside the room. We have an icon, and some metadata, and a description there. Actions allow you to kick off a process, and that's where you start to control the business logic. You can have actions in the chat box there at the bottom. For example, you can create a task, create a poll, annotate an image. Your add-on can plug into here and do whatever you like. And actions can happen on those cards that I just showed you, and they can be contextual to the type of card that appears. In this example here, we're going to create a Jira issue from a notification that's posted in the HipChat room. Now, they say you're not supposed to have favorites, but my favorite HipChat Connect component is dialogues, because I believe this is where the magic happens. This is where you can start to build some custom business logic, a form-based app to do whatever task it is you would like to do. This is applications on top of chat as a platform. And lastly, glances. Teams have many applications connected to their HipChat room. What glances do is give them some metadata and status information about what those applications are doing right in their context of their team's room. Let's say, for example, you've got a repository connected to your HipChat room. You can see all your open pull requests for your team, and this pull request has been open for quite some time, and you can take some actions, and you can poke all the reviewers in the room and say, guys, hurry up, we need to get this code review done, all without leaving the context of your team's room. Now, HipChat is fully integrated in the Atlassian marketplace. I'm really excited to share with you today that there are over 150 add-ons, bots, integrations, and chat apps available in HipChat. A huge thank you to many of you that have helped build this. And if you see one of these vendors out there today, have a chat to them and ask them about what they've learned about building applications like this. And a lot of them have been helping define these APIs. Then there's a lot more you can learn about HipChat Connect. Be sure to check out the talks available today and tomorrow to learn more about it. Now, another tool that all teams love is Confluence. And Confluence is the place where you create, discuss, and organize rich content all in one place. And Confluence organizes this content in these things called spaces. Now, Confluence already has a world-class API where you can manage this content, far beyond any other content collaboration tool that's out there. You can manage metadata, draft, and version APIs. Using Confluence's query language, CQL, you can perform powerful search functions for content, spaces, and users. And your add-on can even extend CQL to have your own custom functions. And you can interact with this application from your web application using things like webhooks and navigation APIs. This is an amazing feature-rich API that is available for you in cloud today, and we've made some improvements on this over the last year. But we've gone even further for you in the cloud. We want you to have a fully integrated experience, just like you saw with the other Atlassian applications. And I want to show you how you can do this using two things, macros and page extensions. You may be familiar with macros already, a really innovative way of embedding rich dynamic content inside people's pages, not just around it. And we've improved the way you can integrate with macros in the cloud. Take, for example, MindMaster here have built a mind map add-on within weeks, deployed it to Confluence Cloud, and many, many people are already using this add-on. Let's say you've got some simple or some rich applications you want to build with your macro. From now, in the Confluence editor, using Connect, you can kick off a custom dialogue, just like you saw in HipChat, and you control the experience of what goes in this dialogue. This is an example of Balsamiq, who have got a full, rich mockups editor there. And you can put your own business logic in here. And once you finish, you get the results of that dialogue, and you can post that back into the page. And this is all available in Connect in cloud. Page extensions, and one more thing you can do here is search. So you can get the results of the macro and the object that you've placed on that page, and we render that in the search results for you as well. So it feels like a much more natural part of our API. So page extensions are another way you can extend Confluence. It's a great way to surface contextual or metadata information about the page that's currently being viewed. Let me give you an example of this. One add-on vendor here lets you see related content to the page that you're currently viewing. So you can search and drill down for more information there. So that's macros and page extensions. Now, there's one other thing that we could do in our server add-ons that we previously couldn't do in cloud, and that's custom content types. Many of you know at Atlassian we have two add-ons for Confluence, Team Calendars and Confluence Questions. And previously we had access to APIs that you guys did not have access to in the cloud. I'm really excited to share with you that you can build add-ons just like Confluence Questions in the cloud. Let me give you an example. With Confluence Questions, we have things like a question, an answer, and you can comment on the question as well. These are all custom types of content. They're things just as first class as pages are in our product. And with each custom content type, you can render your own view and decide how you want to display that in the product. And then you get all the free stuff from the platform, like search and navigation. Now, you can build your own add-on now in Confluence Cloud. Let's say you want to build a survey add-on. You can have questions and responses. And you can render your own custom UI for each of those content types. And again, you get all the benefits of the platform. This is now available in cloud today. So we've got macros, page extensions, and custom content types. But there is one more use case that a lot of you have been asking for over the last few years that has been quite challenging for us to implement in the cloud. And to introduce this to you, I want to play a short video. Isn't that pretty exciting? So not only have we got an amazing rich API to help you operate content, we've got ways you can integrate with the experience with macros and page extensions, and ways you can build amazing applications with custom content types, and coming really soon to cloud theming. And a huge thank you to the many of you out there that have helped us define and build these APIs together. We really couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you want to learn more a lot about Confluence Connect in the cloud, there's a talk later today with Kate and Ben, and you can jump in and learn more about that. So I hope I've shown you how you can build amazing add-ons for all teams using the power of HipChat and Confluence. And with that, I'll hand back over to Sri to wrap things up. Thanks.
Thanks, Sharif. Wow, we looked at a lot. So first we looked at the smart tools that we have on different announcements that we made. We looked at this big opportunity that still exists on server and all the cloud enhancements that we have done, including all the APIs that we have exposed. It's huge opportunities in cloud for all of you. If you have any questions, download the mobile app, and there's a fireside chat later today. I've only been at Atlassian for 4 months, so take it easy, go easy on me, but ask me questions. Now, teams around the world have set pretty high goals on what their expectations are. Atlassian's mission is to unleash potential in these teams. But Atlassian can't do it alone. It needs each and every one of you. Each and every one of you to be able to build this awesome developer ecosystem and allow our products to be custom fit for every customer. So big thank you to all of you for making this happen. Huge thank you for all of you for creating this massive. Without you, we just wouldn't exist. Thank you for, again, being here and participating. I'm eager to learn from many of you. Together, we'll help these teams around the world do amazing things. Thank you.